How have operating system bootloaders changed over time? Have you ever wondered how operating system bootloaders have evolved throughout the years? Let's take a closer look at their journey from simple beginnings to the sophisticated systems we use today. In the early days of computing, bootloaders were quite basic. Users had to manually enter boot instructions using physical switches or patch cables. This process was not only tedious but also prone to errors. As technology advanced, the introduction of the bootstrap loader marked a significant improvement. This small program could load larger applications from external media, like punched cards or paper tape, making the initial loading process much easier. As computers continued to develop, bootloaders began to be embedded into read-only memory chips. This meant that when you powered on your computer, the bootloader would automatically execute without any manual input. This transition to read-only memory-based bootloaders greatly increased convenience and reliability. With the rise of personal computers, especially those using x86 architecture, bootloaders became more complex. However, they were still limited by hardware constraints. For instance, the legacy basic input-output system executes a first-stage bootloader from the master boot record, which is a 512-byte sector. This bootloader's main job is to locate and load a second-stage bootloader or operating system kernel while navigating tight constraints. In the Linux community, early bootloaders like Linux Loader were specifically designed for Linux systems. However, they had their limitations, such as static configuration and dependency on the basic input-output system. Users often had to manually reinstall the bootloader after making configuration changes, and these early bootloaders lacked advanced features like graphical menus or scripting capabilities. Fast forward to today, and modern bootloaders like Grand Unified Bootloader have addressed many of these earlier limitations. They support multiple operating systems, automatically detect installed kernels, and offer graphical interfaces along with scripting capabilities. Additionally, they are compatible with newer firmware standards like Unified Extensible Firmware Interface. This newer standard has replaced the basic input-output system in many systems, providing a more flexible environment for bootloaders. It also includes secure boot features that enhance system security by verifying the integrity of boot components. Overall, the evolution of bootloaders reflects the increasing complexity of operating systems and hardware. They have transformed from simple, hardware-dependent programs into versatile systems that manage complex boot processes across various platforms. This change has made starting up our computers more user-friendly and secure than ever before.